And so my question is, why did Donald Trump allow a nation of 9 million people to pull the United States, a nation of 350 million people, into a war that will change its future? And that is bad for the United States.
What you're implying that Donald Trump is so weak that a foreign leader can drag him into a war he doesn't want. But maybe you're wrong by not seeing if the United States would cave in to Iran terror regime that controls now also the Hormuz and the terror ring that it created in the Middle East, maybe it would be even worse for any citizens in the world. And this is exactly what Donald Trump said. The United States would have been in danger. You don't believe Donald Trump?
I don't believe Donald Trump. And I also think as an Israeli, you should pause before using the phrase terror regime, since you live in a country that just murdered thousands of children in Gaza. I'm just saying
even the fact
terror
that you want
regime,
me
it's a little hard to hear that from an Israeli right now, I have to say.
Make an equation between a democratic government that's acting, maybe not to your taste, from self-defense to a terror regime in Iran, terrorizing its own citizens, that hanging people, gay people from cranes with Islamic extremist Sharia, to a democratic country that's abide by international law, self-defense. It's ridiculous. Do you think that Israel and Iran is on the same equation?
I don't think Israel and Iran are the same.
That's what you're saying.
By many measures.
This is exactly why.
I can totally
this
happy
is why
to
people
tell you what I'm saying,
that,
which is
that
this.
you're targeting only Israel, and by that.
I'm not targeting anybody. Okay. I don't have a military. I'm a podcaster, so I don't target people. What I'm saying is true. Government of Iran's behavior is in some cases disgusting and immoral. But the behavior of the Israeli government in Gaza is disgusting and immoral. And of course, Israel's not a democracy in any sense. There are millions of people who live under Israeli control who cannot vote. The West Bank, Judea and Samaria and Gaza, or whatever we're calling these places, which Israel has controlled since 1967, have people living in them who have no control over the government. It's not a democracy. So let's just drop the talking points. I agree with you on self-defense. I don't think killing children is self-defense. It never will be. No amount of recounting the legitimate atrocities of October 7th will ever get me to accept this behavior from the Israeli government, from the U.S. government, from the Iranian government, or any government. It's always wrong. And Israel doesn't like to acknowledge the existence of universal principles that apply to everyone equally. Principles are universal. They apply to everyone, even you, even me, my government, your government, every government. But you won't acknowledge that. It's always like, oh, Iran's bad. Yeah, Iran's bad. But your behavior is bad too.
Have you actually labeled Israel as committing genocide? You said that.
Ethnic cleansing. Israel's trying to take the people who live there and move them out.
You said genocide. About Israelis.
Genocide, killing,
about the people,
killing
the state of the Jews. You said we are committing genocide.
Israel has murdered thousands of children in Gaza. But the real criminal is me, because I describe that as genocide. It's killing innocents. It's wrong. You can call it genocide or ethnic cleansing. Murdering children is wrong. You're more upset by how I describe the murder of children than you are at the murder of children, which says a lot.
So. You constantly talk about Netanyahu's influence, powerful people pulling strings behind the scenes, about Israel's grip on American institutions. Do you understand why millions of Jews and Israelis hear that language as an echo of something very old, like the protocol of the Elder of Zion?
I am not echoing anything. I'm not implying anything. I am stating what I know to be true because I saw it and the people involved stated it out loud without shame. The Israeli prime minister pushed the U.S. president, who turned out to be far weaker than I understood, into a war that hurts the United States. That is not an attack on Jews. Israel does not represent all Jews, despite its claims. It does not. That is factually incorrect, and you know it. And so that is not an attack on an ethnic group. I am totally opposed to attacking people on the basis of their ethnicity. That's why I'm disgusted by the way that Israel treats Arabs like animals or subhumans. I oppose that. That is immoral. I oppose attacks on Jews as Jews. That is disgusting. It is immoral. These are universal principles from which I have never wavered and never will, because I believe them, because I'm a Christian. I wish Israel the best of luck. I don't think the United States owes Israel anything. I don't think the United States should give Israel anything. I think we should stop all aid to Israel, all special deals for Israel. Tomorrow, Israel's not a democracy. The United States apparently is not a democracy either. Our government keeps doing things that people don't want. So that's not democracy. It's the opposite of democracy. And I want democracy very, very much.